All right, so today we're going to dive into something pretty cool. Using AI for like a healthier and happier you. We're talking ChatGPT and how it can be a game changer for our wellness routines.
It is fascinating how AI is like moving beyond just tech and into our like personal lives and
Yeah.
becoming a tool we can use right now to feel better and live better.
Exactly. And our guide for this deep dive is an article called ChatGPT na saúde e bem-estar. Automize rotinas para uma vida equilibrada by Steves Jr., published January 17th, 2025. You can also find him on Instagram at Steves Jr. He really breaks down how ChatGPT can be like a personal wellness coach in your pocket.
Yeah, what's powerful here is that the article goes beyond the hype and gets into specifics. It shows how ChatGPT can help with things we all struggle with, like creating healthy habits, managing our mental well-being, setting achievable goals, and even boosting productivity without burning out.
Okay, let's start with that first one, building healthy habits. The article highlights how ChatGPT can help us create personalized daily routines, incorporating things like balanced meals, regular exercise, and those essential breaks we often forget about.
Yeah, think of it this way. We often rely on willpower alone, which can be so unreliable. But ChatGPT provides structure. It takes the guesswork out of habit formation by suggesting specific actions and schedules tailored to your needs.
Yeah, and as Steves Jr. gives some great examples of how to prompt ChatGPT for this, like imagine asking it to create a morning routine that includes yoga and a nutritious breakfast. What I find interesting is how this goes beyond just a list of to-dos. It's about creating a flow to your day that sets you up for success.
Right. Or if you're someone with a busy work schedule, you could ask it to. Suggest a weekly plan of physical activities for someone who works 8 hours a day. Yeah, these prompts demonstrate how ChatGPT adapts to your individual circumstances, making it much more likely you'll actually stick to the plan.
So it's not just giving generic advice. It's using what it knows about large language models and how they learn from data to give you something truly personalized. It's almost like having a customized plan from a wellness coach, available 24/7.
And speaking of coaching, let's move on to the mental health aspect.
Yeah.
The article really emphasizes ChatGPT's role in promoting mental well-being, which is so important in our fast-paced world.
It is, and what I find refreshing is that the article focuses on practical, manageable techniques. It's not about grand gestures, but about incorporating small, consistent actions that can have a big impact over time.
Exactly. Steves Jr. gives the example of prompting ChatGPT to explain breathing techniques to reduce stress in work situations.
Yeah.
These are things we can do anywhere, anytime, to help manage anxiety and regain focus.
Or imagine asking it to suggest mindfulness practices that can be done in 5 minutes. It's amazing how even these short bursts of mindfulness can help us feel more grounded and present throughout the day. I'm always looking for ways to sneak those in.
Yeah, it's about taking those little moments to recharge and reset, which can make a huge difference in our overall well-being. And ChatGPT can be a valuable guide in incorporating these practices into our daily lives.
What's really intriguing is how the article highlights ChatGPT's potential to go beyond simple suggestions. It can help us develop coping mechanisms for stress, which ultimately builds resilience and fosters a more positive mindset.
Yeah, it's like having a tool that not only helps you manage stress in the moment, but also equips you with strategies to navigate future challenges more effectively.
All right, so we've got healthy habits and mental well-being covered. Let's talk about goal setting, which can be a real struggle for many of us. I know I've got a list a mile long. Steves Jr. explains how ChatGPT can break down those big, sometimes overwhelming health and wellness goals into manageable, measurable steps.
That's crucial, right? We often set ourselves up for failure with goals that are too ambitious or too vague. ChatGPT helps us avoid that pitfall by encouraging us to think in terms of incremental progress, those small wins that build momentum over time.
And I love how he provided specific prompt examples for this too. You could ask ChatGPT how to structure a plan to sleep 8 hours a night in 30 days. It's almost like having a personalized sleep coach guiding you through the process. Or how about this one? Create a list of daily goals to improve my hydration. Simple, but so important.
Right, and with each step we take, we get that motivational boost, that sense of accomplishment that propels us forward. ChatGPT acts as both a cheerleader and a strategist, helping us stay on track and celebrate our progress.
And this all ties in beautifully with the next point. Optimizing productivity with a focus on health. It's not about working ourselves to exhaustion, but about achieving peak performance while also prioritizing our well-being.
It's about finding that sweet spot,
Yeah.
where we're productive and engaged in our work, but also feeling energized and fulfilled. That's where ChatGPT comes in as a powerful ally.
The article explains how ChatGPT can help us organize our schedules more effectively. ensuring that essential tasks are completed without neglecting personal time for rest and leisure. It's like having a personal assistant who understands the importance of work-life balance.
And what I find fascinating is how ChatGPT can identify those gaps in our schedules and offer suggestions for optimal time management. It's not just about filling every minute, it's about using our time more intentionally to support both our professional and personal goals.
Steve Jr. gives some great examples of prompts for this, like organize my week with time for exercise and work. It's a simple request, but it can have a profound impact on our overall well-being.
Absolutely. Or to tackle that ever-present challenge of procrastination, you could ask ChatGPT to suggest ways to avoid procrastination during the daily routine. It's about using AI to create a daily schedule that works for us,
Yeah.
not against us.
So we've seen how ChatGPT can help with planning healthy habits, managing mental health, setting realistic goals, and optimizing productivity with a focus on well-being. Are you starting to see the potential here?
It's really remarkable how this one tool can address so many aspects of our lives. And this is just the beginning, as Steve Jr. has explored even more applications of ChatGPT in other areas.
That's right. He's written about AI in everyday life, boosting online sales with ChatGPT, transforming workout routines, even the impact of ChatGPT on fashion, sustainability, cooking, entertainment, and art. He's also involved in two podcasts, GPT EVERYWHERE and GPT Everywhere. We'll be sure to include links to those in the show notes for you, specifically episode #45 of GPT EVERYWHERE and episode #61 of GPT Everywhere.
Yeah, it seems like he's really passionate about exploring all the ways AI is shaping our world, from the practical to the creative.
Absolutely. And it's clear that ChatGPT has the potential to be a powerful force for positive change in our lives. But there's more to uncover here. We've only just scratched the surface of what's possible. We'll be back in a moment to delve even deeper into this fascinating world of AI and wellness. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. I'm really excited to continue exploring this whole ChatGPT thing. What really struck me in the first part was how we can use it, not just for isolated tasks, but to really transform our overall lifestyle.
Yes, that's a key point that Steve Jr. emphasizes. ChatGPT isn't just another app, it's more like a partner in creating a healthier, more balanced you. It helps you weave well-being into the fabric of your daily life.
And one thing that makes this possible is personalization. The article highlights how ChatGPT uses its knowledge of large language models to tailor recommendations to your individual needs and goals.
Yeah, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. ChatGPT processes vast amounts of information and provides insights that are specific to your input. It's like having a bespoke wellness plan crafted just for you by a super intelligent AI. That's pretty cool. But I'm also curious about the practical side of things. How much do we need to know about AI to actually use ChatGPT effectively?
That's a great question. You don't need to be a tech expert to benefit from ChatGPT. The article encourages us to think of it as a collaboration, like a partnership, between human and AI.
So it's not about blindly following instructions. It's about actively shaping our own well-being with the help of this tool.
Exactly. As Steve Jr. suggests experimenting with different prompts, refining them over time to get the most out of ChatGPT. You learn as you go, and the AI learns about you in the process.
It sounds like a continuous learning process, which is pretty exciting. But it also raises the question of responsibility. How do we make sure we're using this technology wisely and not becoming overly reliant on it?
Yeah, you've hit on a crucial point. Technology can enhance our lives in incredible ways, but it's important to remember that it's a means to an end, not an end in itself. Ultimately, our health and well-being depend on our own choices.
Yeah.
Actions?
So it's a tool, a powerful one, but we need to use it consciously and intentionally.
Precisely. And this connects to something we discussed earlier about ChatGPT complementing professional help rather than replacing it. It's about finding the right balance and using all the resources available to us.
That makes sense. It's about empowering ourselves with knowledge, tools, and support to create the lives we desire. And having a personalized AI assistant to guide us along the way certainly makes the journey a lot more enjoyable, maybe even fun.
I couldn't agree more. And that sense of enjoyment is crucial for long-term success. If we're constantly struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's much harder to stick to our goals.
Speaking of goals, there's a quote from the article that really stood out to me. As Steve Jr. says, and I'll translate this from the Portuguese. Health and well-being goes far beyond simplifying tasks. It's an invitation to transform your routine and achieve a healthier and more balanced lifestyle.
That's beautifully put. It's not just about checking things off a to-do list. It's about creating a lifestyle that nourishes our minds, bodies, and souls.
And for that, We need to be intentional about our choices and actions, set boundaries, prioritize self-care, and make time for the things that truly matter.
I think that's a powerful message for all of us to take to heart, whether we're using AI or not. It's about recognizing that our well-being is a precious gift that deserves our time and attention.
This conversation has really got me thinking about the bigger picture. It seems like ChatGPT is just one example of how technology is evolving to become more personalized and integrated into our lives. Where do you see this going in the future?
That's a fascinating question, and one that I think a lot of people are grappling with. As AI becomes more sophisticated, we're going to see it playing an even greater role in areas like healthcare, education, and even personal relationships.
It's both exciting and a little bit daunting to think about all the possibilities, but for now, I think we've covered a lot of ground with ChatGPT and its potential for transforming our health and well-being.
Absolutely. It's been a rich discussion, and I hope it sparks some new ideas for our listeners about how they can leverage this technology in their own lives.
I hope so too. We've journeyed from personalized workout plans to pondering the very nature of human potential in the age of AI. It's been quite a deep dive. We'll be back in a moment with some final thoughts and reflections.
On what we've learned. We're back, and I've been thinking about what you said earlier, this idea of AI becoming more and more integrated into our lives. Like, it's a little mind-blowing.
It is, and it's not just about convenience. It's about this potential for deeper personalization. Remember how Steve Jr. talked about ChatGPT being a partner in well-being? That really resonated with me.
Me too. But here's the thing. If we can use AI to personalize our health and wellness routines so effectively, what other aspects of our lives could benefit from this approach?
That's the question, isn't it? It's almost like this deep dive has cracked open a door to a whole new way of thinking about technology. It's not just about solving problems, it's about using AI to enhance our human experience. Exactly. Imagine applying this level of personalization to education, where AI could tailor learning to each student's needs and interests. Or think about relationships, where AI could help us understand each other better and communicate more effectively.
Even career choices. AI could analyze our skills, passions, and market trends to suggest career paths we might never have considered. The possibilities are truly vast.
But of course, with all this potential comes responsibility. We need to be mindful of how we use this technology and ensure it aligns with our values.
Absolutely. We need to develop a critical mindset, questioning and evaluating the information and suggestions AI provides. It's about retaining our agency and making conscious choices.
So it's not about handing over control to AI, but about using it as a tool for self-discovery and growth.
Well said. It's about using AI to augment our intelligence and creativity, not replace them. And I think that's a powerful message to take away from this deep dive.
It really is. We started by talking about personalized workout plans and ended up pondering the very nature of human potential. In the age of AI, I have a feeling this conversation will continue long after we sign off.
I think so too. And for our listeners, I encourage you to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's been an incredible journey, and I can't wait to see what we uncover in our next deep dive. Until then, remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create.
So go out there and create something amazing.